Dirkin Shazin Kansam Chuji Jaro, Tichin, Yaji, Terrantanda, Bertan Sagi, Lila Malundovi, Tangian, Zomedon Hudra Hudu Kanaja, Jipan Moro, Tukun Shoran, Natanji Kamba, Ladan Divajani, the Church. Kanga tuzi nyerzoni, tawatam shirfan vivshirtan bichunerton zabi kodam de la shamsaralo. Jarson zav jirvi tonama, lutarjan chabringi tonan tartu, korlo tami de shanya orton ki, jarso shambatan, saksam pakwa tomejo. Tarjiton bingurtan tondan, tenjon zamor, jachineri ki, tonki ba. Khentrul Rinpoche, Pakhwal Dola Son Paul, Nurjela Maranda. Noyo Sundana Dorji, Nan Jurgi Alon Semata, Quita Jung Wonder, the Tilam Jan Serang, I love you, to Japan, lost one day. Some Dungaragenda, Jim Chinamyar Some, Honjur Jelaso, Simchin Don Lamir de Donchena, Damba Nam Jinum of the soul.
Master Khentrul Rinpoche, thank you very much for being here and for beginning our program with this extraordinary and auspicious prayer. Tell me, what was the prayer for?
Well, the prayer is I express my deep gratitude to my master, my root Lama, and the lineage Dharma holders.
The Dharma holders?
Yeah, and then I request to bless whoever met me and whoever we have connection to any of human being. I can, their life is more happier and successful or spiritually developed.
Thank you. Your root master was in deep connection with Vajrapani?
Yes.
We have here the statue of Vajrapani. Can you tell us a few words about your root master, please?
Yes. My root master, his name is Lama Lobzang Tenli, and short name, his name is Lama Lumten.
Lama Lumten.
Yes, and he's we believe he emanation of Vajrapani, and he possesses incredible knowledge and wisdom and compassion without much study, which means he just practiced the retreat himself, and he conquered all the sickness, and he gained all studies and realizations without much study. So that is very unusual, and so then he cures whole life. So many people people spend so much money to hospitals everywhere, yes. Surgery, they couldn't cure the sickness. He just simple water or simple burning or few simple treatment, they just cure. Thousands of people he cure whole life. And spiritually he teach people a lot, incredible knowledge and wisdom is incomparable anywhere. So that's about my master.
Oh, it is a miracle that a human being, a master, your root master, can heal people with no conventional pharmaceutical medicine. So how can we understand your master's power to heal the people? So only by giving them a glass of water they can heal.
Yes.
And you are there witnessing these healings.
Yes. He has water blessed It's not just pure water, but he blessed by like billions mantras, and he and his monks, and he just give them people cure sickness, and we still carry this water and everywhere. So
it was a holy water in a way, a holy water with mantras.
Yes, absolutely holy water. We just add more water, and we keep this forever. Yeah.
How it was happening that you meet your master? Can you tell us some things about your destiny, about your life? You was born in Tibet.
Yes, I born in Tibet, called region Golok region, and kind of like Middle East Tibet.
Yes.
And whereas my master and me is a little bit far away.
Far away.
Yes, a little bit far away. In that time, we don't have a lot of vehicles gone, so
it was difficult to go a long distance. Yes.
Yes. So first, I went to many other monasteries in Nyingma, Kagyu, and Giluk, and many. I met many masters. I may study many years different traditions, and finally, I went. I heard my master, and I have. Deep in calling inside, so then I went to this difficult journey to see my master. So then in the minutes I see him, I completely my conventional thoughts and ideas vanished for a few minutes.
Vanished all.
Yeah. So then I stay with my master 7 years.
7 years.
Yes.
And after your, what was your traveling after those 7 years with your root master?
His travel is incredible, because I had many years before I study and many intellectuals, and I have answers from texts, whatever the answer, everything memorized like this. But when I meet my master, that's not good enough for him. So I didn't realize in a few weeks why. I have answer what exactly Buddha said and whatever. That's not good enough for him. So, and I didn't realize for a while. But then finally I understood he want to have the understanding, not intellectual. So, and then I trained with him Kalachakra retreat, 3 years retreat, and then he put me in position to lead the group. So, and then I have to really study and practice extra hard. So that is so good for me, for myself, because I have to spoon feed all the group. I have to teach them.
To teach them.
Yeah.
So 3 years Kalachakra retreat.
Yes.
Can you tell us in what consists a retreat? Some main aspects of this retreat, traditional retreat, and Kalachakra, it's a kind of different retreat, a special retreat.
Yes, special retreat, because the Kalachakra is the most high teaching in Buddhism, entire Buddhism. So Kalachakra is known as Kin Tantra. So the Tantrayana is like more high than Sutrayana in Buddhism, and Tantrayana is not for everybody, not for public. Is very secret and deep practice. But among the Tantrayana, there's many Tantrayanas, but the Kalachakra is the Kin Tantra. So there's no many holders of Kalachakra in the world.
No many holders.
Only my master lineage, my master tradition called as Jonangpa.
Jonapa.
So we have to really practice, like really strict, and we have to practice like minimum like 16 hours every day. 16
hours every day.
There's no Saturday, Sunday, no, nothing.
So even now you are practicing, in fact.
Yes. And also within 3 years there's some holiday period. So I didn't go holiday at all. I just stay there the whole time.
And when you leave your master, or after the 7 years, and you still you have gone away, or you stay in the monastery that you.
After 7 years, and then the called Dzamthang Monastery is
Dzamthang
not,
Monastery,
yes,
yes.
not my Lama, my master's monastery, but there's big, huge monastery called Dzamthang. So the Dzamthang head of Dzamthang Lama, he requests me to teach for the monks.
Yes.
To be in Khenpo there.
Khenpo, yes.
Yes, and I asked my master, should I do, shouldn't? He didn't answer me. He said, you know whatever you want to do.
You know, so.
Yeah, he didn't answer me. So I only few months I teach them, and then I ran away. I didn't stay.
Oh, you didn't stay?
No.
What was happening? What do you felt about it?
Oh, I just feel I want to quiet. I don't want to teach many, like monastery, big monastery. I stay there, and because if you involved any big monastery or anything big organization, yes. You have so many things busy in mind. So I didn't want that. I just want to go, caves and the forest retreat. So I ran away.
Oh, and you find a cave or a forest in order to retreat and to find again the peace?
Yes, I went in just the forest. I stayed there a few months.
In the forest?
Yes.
Yes.
And then I have a few signs I have to go further somewhere, not that place. So that's why I continue to, that explores me to go further out of Tibet. Yes.
And after, because you arrive in Australia and you are now the spiritual director of Buddhist Tibetan Rime Institute. So how do you find Australia, or this institute? It is a very long distance from Tibet.
Yes, in the retreat in the forest, I have a few signs and directions spiritually, and not always 100% were clear, like and conventional signs, but not traffic light signs,
yes,
not that clear. But then I knew I have to go somewhere, so then I went to India, and then I went the pilgrimage for the where is Buddha born, where is Buddha enlightened, all these areas. I went many months. I have a retreat by myself, solitary retreat by myself, and so then I have signs, continue. I have signs, and I have to go further somewhere. So I didn't know where I go.
Oh.
So and then finally I realized I have to go Australia. So then I came to Australia.
Oh.
But I don't know English. I just came without knowing the language.
Without English in Australia.
Yes.
And so you're speaking Tibetan in Australia?
Yes, I only speak Tibetan. I don't speak any other language before that.
So you learn English there?
Yes. Then I came to Australia, and then I started learn English. I started India only a little bit, like few alphabet. Characters and few words and those things. Yeah.
Rinpoche, it is difficult to be in an organization, in an institution, because you are very busy, and to practice. So here we have this problem of dealing with our daily business things and also find our inner center, our inner work, our inner peace. What do you recommend in order to improve our life, to find a more happy life? What is to be done in this busy city and with lots of noise?
We just have to know there's two conditions, you know, like two conditions make us happy. And one is external condition, one is internal condition. But the primary condition, we should know what is the primary condition. So I think it's the primary condition of peace and happiness is should be inside from our own, not external conditions. For instance, you know, like external conditions like luxury house and comfortable bed and delicious food, everything is make you happy, but it's very temporary, and also very temporary, and also no guarantee.
No guarantee.
Yes, no guarantee.
Will last. Yes.
Yeah, no guarantee. For instance, somebody, if compared to two people, there's someone have less food and everything, less luxury. Someone have a big one, but no guarantee. The high one is more happy and joy.
Yes.
There's no guarantee at all. So that shows us is not the primary condition of happiness. It's external things. So definitely internal, our attitude and, you know, our compassion and, you know, kindness, altruistic mind, those things definitely is the primary condition. But not easy for people to realize, because because we born as like we controlled by five senses and intellectual ideas.
Yes.
So that's why we never had too busy for with five senses and too busy for intellectual thinking. So we have no time to familiarization of our deep qualities. You know, to how to say, to develop or to discover our deep qualities.
Yes.
So my tradition, we believe everybody have perfect quality inside. We call it Buddha nature.
Buddha nature.
Yes.
Perfect qualities.
Yes.
From the beginning.
Yes, from the beginning for everybody. But we don't have to to concentrate on and discover. That's the problem, I think.
We have the treasure inside, but never look to the treasure.
Yes, we, you know, like a very poor person, as under where they live, you know, like homeless person, maybe belong a little bit piece of land. You live in a state that's, you know, as a homeland, homeless and very poor and hungry, but under your ground there's kilos of gold.
Yes.
You don't know. So that kind of, I think, problem we have.
Yes. The modern people, civilized people, have its mind full with ideas, concepts, as he already know everything that is in the world. I look on one of your video on internet, and you was saying there that the Buddha, for example, have nothing to do with the idea of Buddha. And I think this is the very, very important, how to realize that our ideas are different and are only models, only pictures of our reality. This is a mystery. How do you realize this, Rinpoche?
Yeah, first I think we have to analyze with our, we already have intellectual ideas, so we use that, our intellectual, and we analyze a little bit, and we think, okay, ancient time people, how many luxury they have, and modern time, how much we developed, much more luxury.
Yes.
You know, like something in ancient time, people cannot dream things, and we already develop. But our degree of happiness is increased or decreased?
Yes, in fact, decreased.
Yes,
Yeah.
so obvious it's decreased. You know, ancient time we don't have that many depression and suicide and those things. You know, so why? And also in modern time we can compare and what poor villages and poor some countries, some poor areas, their happiness, and people who live in the city and good luxuries and developed countries.
Yes.
And so their happiness, if we measure, and then there's big differences. So what is wrong? Because we're supposed to do everything develop for happiness.
For happiness.
Yeah,
yes.
basically. But it's affecting the opposite. So there's something must be wrong.
Yes. What is wrong?
Yeah. So we have to know that first intellectually.
Intellectually.
Yes. And when we know this intellectually, then we seek, a spiritual practice. Then we spiritual practice, and then spiritual practice you use intellectual, but also you use more heart. You use more heart, and you deep meditate. You go into meditation, which means opposite. What usually we do every day. Our 70% of thoughts and those things is repetitive.
Repetitive.
Yes, and useless.
Yes.
Yeah, useless.
The same things in our mind.
Yeah. We are too busy this for useless. And then, so that means we are completely controlled by our thoughts, repetitive thoughts, and our emotions.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So we have so much emotion, and we are so sensitive and so fragile, that area, because we focus too much to, for instance, if you spoil too much, and they're just more difficult. So similarly, if we spoil too much in our, self-cherishing. For this reason, we just, our emotions, we have too much control by emotion, and so we are just become too fragile.
Yes.
But if you practice, ethical discipline.
Ethical discipline.
Yes, and then you practice, the compassion to share in other people, reinforce it, your self-cherishing, and rather think of others. Look at others first before you think of yourself. If we develop that attitude, then we just forgot about the, self-cherishing. So then there is no suffer. There's no suffer. Another way, we are much tougher, but also we're not focusing. So like child disciplined the child can do much better than the spoiled child. So I think it is similar. Does that make sense?
Yes. So giving, it is the most important fact.
Yes, giving and sharing.
Sure.
Giving and sharing. But when we say giving and sharing, and start away, maybe people think, do I have to give everything what I possess?
Yes.
Give everyone?
Do I have to give everything?
Yeah.
That's the question.
It's not that really. It's not that really. More in your mind, you understand why is given important. Why, it's not only just given materialism, but so what you can give, what you can share. You understand the value of the giving and sharing, and your mind understands. So you are ready. You are ready to give anything, whatever is necessary time. That's we need to develop inside.
Yes. So this is not meaning to give money. You can give your time. You can give your knowledge. You can give your everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
But so a person, a normal person in this moment can ask, okay, so this means that I will have to stay to my office 24 hours a day for my boss, because my boss needs my work.
Yes.
So it is not okay for me to stay all the days to spend my time in giving to my boss. So there are lots of possible misunderstanding.
Yes.
So how can we deal with those misunderstandings? Because I think people think, okay, if I don't have myself, I have to have. And if I give, what will remain from me. I will
Yes.
be what?
Okay. So the problem is that from the beginning, the idea of I and
Yes.
me
Yes.
is wrong. Because idea of me, there is me, there is I, but the idea of me and I is not the true reality of I and us is Buddha nature, I said. The Buddha nature, us, is oneself, is not like me put or primary and important, the other is secondary and less important. They're not like that. Buddha nature is not like that. So, but in our temporary idea of me and ego is like selfish. Always me is primary and the other is secondary. True?
Yes.
For
yes.
everybody.
Me in the first place.
Yes. That's the root of suffering. So we have to understand, we try to, oh, okay, I'm for others, not for me. So I stay in the office, how many hours, doesn't matter, for my boss, for my work, the work benefits in the society, whatever is, I'm for this.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not go just home and enter, you know, what you call, receiving the salary and don't do the job properly. It's not that. I'm not for that. I'm for others, to benefit others, whatever way is benefit others. So that's why if it's benefit boss, benefit school, benefit organization, benefit society, whatever, I should be happy, more work and more, you know, like more useful. You know, like you 1 hour work or 2 hour work, which one useful? Definitely 2 hour work is more useful. Yes? So that's why we should be happy. If you should be happy like that way, people have more energy. Yes, you have more energy, you have more power. But we don't do that. We just make us everything limited.
Yes, limited.
Yes, and I try to much less possible work, but I want to more earn money. That's what we do. So that's the wrong attitude. Okay? I'm not saying people don't need rest. People may need rest. Of course, you may need rest, but people who have this right attitude need less rest. But people, if you have wrong attitude, then you have more rest. Even you rest, still you're tired. You understand?
Yes, yes.
And it doesn't matter how much you rest, how much you are self-indulgent, still you are fragile, still you are tired. Because there's something wrong in the root.
In the root is wrong,
Yeah.
and you are disconnected from your energy. Yes, it's a
Buddha energy.
Buddha energy.
Nature. Yeah, you disconnected in them. Yeah, because Buddha is not like that. Buddha nature, our true nature is not like that. Our true nature is perfect compassion, you know, perfect love, you know, and everything altruistic. So we doing the opposite. That's why we disconnecting our true nature, and we are more controlled by ego and, you know, and sensory desires.
Yes, Rinpoche, I think that all the question that I put now, it is the consequence of my disconnection. I think that if each one of us, if we feel the connection with the Buddha nature, have no question. But still, what I am telling you, it's for me intellectual.
So intellectual, people for intellectual, people need meditate. So you need meditate. You have to, you know, when we meditate, because our mind is like muddy water. Who not meditate, people's mind is muddy water. But why muddy water? Because you shake all the time. That's why it's muddy.
We are shaking all the time and the mud goes up.
Yes. Too much discursive thoughts and emotions and everything. That's why. And wrong attitude. But if you leave them, the water leave and becomes clean. You know, if the muddy water you leave a few days, they are clean. The mud goes separate.
Yes.
So similarly, when we do meditate, practice, spiritual practice, and you become, your mind is become more clear, and more peace, and more content, and more become altruistic.
Can you tell us a few things about meditation and maybe the stages of meditation, because each one of us can understand from the word meditation different things?
Yes, meditation, usually people say, oh, it's peace of mind, and people say many things, but I think they're a little bit wrong emphasizing. So what we should say, first we should know what meditation for.
Yes, what for?
Then meditation for freedom.
For freedom?
Yes, and then people again understand, oh, freedom means like, like individual freedom, political freedom. Think that way, straight away. It's not.
Inner freedom.
Yes. Our mind should be free. Then free from what? Free from discursive thoughts and the emotions and the feelings. So meditation, who is master meditation means you can control the emotion, not emotion control you. You can control your thoughts, not thoughts control you. So that is freedom.
It is very important because, for example, in mainstream psychology from Europe now, there are some ideas that we cannot control our emotions, that they are so strong that they are the basis of our being.
Yes.
That we can only have the impression that we control them, and in fact we are repressing them. We are putting them down, and when we are doing it, we are going to explode.
Yes, one day explode.
Yes. So what will be the Buddhist, your answer on this idea?
Because that is a lack of inner training, our education and modern education, everything external skills,
Yes.
and it's nothing internal skills, and or skills for for business, for skills for how to make money, and all these things, not skills for inside how you control your emotions. Lack of education, inner education. That's why. So what we have to do is we have to practice spiritual path, emotional training, mind training. Yes, we need schools, the universities, everywhere. We need inner training, not only focus one training, outside training.
Emotional inner training, for example, or dealing with thoughts. Yes.
We live our life is everything like all day. How many television and everywhere, too many ads and too many everything dragging you out, not stay with yourself, and make you think everything external. You need this, you need this, you need this. It's too much, like greedy. So not less greedy, and like contentment. So we need inside education for train how to be content, how to live at peace, how to we control the emotions. So that's we need. That's we need. But we don't have that program in the modern world. That's why.
We have to build this program.
We have to build as basic education how important. We have to put equal important.
So meditation means to observe what is inside you. How could you explain for a simple man who want to meditate?
Yes.
What to begin with?
Begin with, you should know what is mind.
What is the mind?
Yes. People should know mind. If you ask many people what is mind, many people answer probably say brain.
The brain, yes.
Yeah. And some people say, oh, thoughts. Some people should maybe say emotions. Some people say feelings. Some people say maybe perceptions. Not all of them. They're all temporary. They are all secondary of mind, not the primary mind. Yes.
So all the mental formation are not primary, are secondary.
Yes, they are secondary. They're temporary. They are like waves of ocean.
Yes.
and the bubbles on the ocean, they are not the ocean. So the ocean is the mind.
The mind is the ocean.
And then people have no idea what is the mind.
Yeah, what is the
Okay,
mind?
after thoughts and emotions and feelings and perceptions, then I don't know what is the mind. They have no idea. Why? Because we live in thoughts and emotions and perceptions. We're not living in a really real mind. That's why. Every single sentient being possesses the mind, but you don't know what is the mind. That's the problem. So first you have to know the mind. The simple way explanation, to understand the mind, only way you can have, you meditate and you experience yourself, and you disconnected from, like this too much repeated thoughts and all these things. And then then you discover what the mind really is. But until then you can't really explain very well. But if simple way we explain, the mind is always Ksarjang Rikwa. In Tibetan, Ksal Rikpa. Two natures.
Two natures.
Yes, one is Ksal. Ksal means is like a light.
Light.
So yes, light nature is like a clear, light.
Yes, clear.
Yeah, clear.
So
it's not like other object. Other object you can't make light anything. Like rock or like piece of wood. Those things you can't make see anything, but the lights do. Yes.
Yes.
So mind is like that. Anrikpa. Anrikpa means able to know, able to see. That is the mind. Simple way to explain.
Light and seeing.
Yes.
To see.
Another way explain the awareness. The awareness.
Awareness.
Yes.
Awareness.
Yes.
Yes. So if in this moment I want to find out who am I exclude, suppose I can exclude all the thoughts, all the emotions, all the perceptions, all the mental formation, it will remain what? Nothing. Maybe a nothing.
They just come from, like your mind is like ocean.
Yes.
Then anything that come from the ocean, they just come from the ocean. Include waves. Waves is, we can't say ocean. It's part of ocean, but it's not real ocean. Just ocean's small parts, aspects. So that's why if we say the waves are the only ocean, then we are wrong. The ocean is much, much deeper than just waves and bubbles. So similarly, if we think it's thoughts and emotions is just mind is much more than this. The problem, we don't know how to use the mind. We only use the emotions and feelings.
Yes.
That's the problem.
That's the problem, because we never reach the pure state of mind.
Yes. The only way you can reach, you have to meditate. Scientifically, you can't discover that. Because science is based on physical. Physical methods. Everything based on physical. And physical sense. Sense perceptions.
Yes, but still, I think we can put a person who meditate and who is in deep contact with the mind, to put some EEG on him some while and to scientifically study what's happened with him, with his bioelectric activity, and maybe we discover. I know that there are lots of study in the States about deep meditation states.
Yes.
Yes.
But they understand only the brain activities.
The
yes.
brain. Yes, not the state in itself.
Yeah, because the mind is mind. You cannot discover by physical. You have to be practice mind.
Yeah.
So the scientists understand these things is only the science. The science of the mind,
which are secondary.
No, yes, it's secondary again.
I think, Rinpoche, that we may be scared about our treasure, because we can understand from this presentation that the nature of the mind, the deep mind, it's a kind of nothingness. And maybe this is the wrong understanding also of emptiness or shunyata or vacuum, that primary vacuum, which is in fact the very rich. So maybe I'm also scared about this possibility to realize what I am.
Yeah, the problem is some schools they don't present emptiness properly. Because they say our ultimate nature is only empty, and then people scared.
Yes,
of course they're scared. Because people don't want aiming for nothingness.
Yes, to have nothing, empty hand, empty mind.
But that is present the wrong way. So we have to say our ultimate nature is the true Buddha, and the perfect quality. And full of quality is not just empty. But we call emptiness, why we call emptiness? Because empty of other. Because that perfect nature have no this artificial, this conventional things, not there, nothing. Nothing to do with our ego and our, the artificial ideas, the imputations and fabrications, not there. That's why we call empty. That's the only reason we call empty. But the ultimate truth itself in my school say we're not empty at all. It's impermanent and eternal.
Eternal,
yes.
Not empty.
Yes, even you can say the true ourself. So that's why you should not scared at all. How can be scared to waken up if you have nightmare?
Yes.
You better to wake up.
Better wake up from a nightmare.
Yes. So that means in our the conventional the world is like a dream, and the true nature is the awakened state.
And Rinpoche, maybe dying or death is also a possible moment for awakening?
Yes, that's the problem. Another problem, because people fighting under the death. Of course, because the idea of death is end of me, finish
the
me.
End of me, yes.
Yeah, by me, because your idea is only this momentary physical body and this brain and these emotions. We think that is me, but totally wrong. That's not us. So that's why people are scared, because you don't want end, because everyone have self-cherishing, and it's natural. People have fear, and so that's why people fear. But if you understand your true self,
yes,
this egotistic ourself and all the conventional things is like covering our true self. So this vanish is good. So the death is one session of vanishing this conventional self, this artificial self. So that's why it's for great practitioners, the death is a great opportunity to reach enlightenment.
Yes, I've heard many extraordinary things about the masters, Tibetan masters, dying. That it is amazing to see even that the physical body have some strange for European medicine science.
Yes.
The heart remains warm and something like that.
Yes. Yes, the 16 Karmapa, he's died in an American hospital.
Yes.
And he got incredible sickness, yes? A very serious sickness, and everybody is so surprised. He's so happy every day before he died. And after he died, so many days and warmth in his heart, and people can't explain. Similarly, it's like my master, my Lama died. He said he died 82, age of 82.
82.
Yes. And few months ago, he said, this year I'm going to die.
He felt his moment of death.
No, he just completely no. He said, this year I'm going to die.
This
Everybody
year.
come, and you have doubts on questions and for teachings, anybody. So he taught a few months. He taught teaching few months, and everybody have questions. This is the founder of my teaching. And he's no sick, nothing. He's completely healthy. And some people believed, some people don't believe it. How can you die? You're not sick.
Yes.
Huh? and then he finished the teachings and said, no, I'm a little bit sick, he said. And then everybody said, okay, if you're sick, we have to go hospital, we have to see doctor. He said, no. He doesn't want to see hospital. He doesn't want to see doctor at all. And then he just died.
He simply died.
Yes, he simply died. Before he died, he just said, okay, take off my clothes and give me the simple robe on my body. And people hesitated. How can I take off your clothes? Weather is so cold. Huh? You are sick. And he said, take off my clothes. It's time to die. How can you hesitate it? And he just forced them students take off his thick cloth. In Tibet it's freezing cold, you know. Oh. It's summer. It's not that cold that time, but still it's cold. And you know, so he took off all clothes and just the official robe. He just wear outside thin, very thin yellow one. And then he just like this, sit like this, and then there's many instructions before he did, but we know not to tell all of them. But and he just say, okay, and he look at everybody, and then he just big breathing in, and then ate. So after his body we keep 13 days.
13 days.
Yeah, and we worshiping on the big hall, and thousands of butter lamps. So absolutely like 40 degrees hot. And 13 days his body there, nothing's happened. No smell, nothing. So like that.
We cannot explain with our science, modern science, what's happening.
Yeah, scientifically you can't explain, really.
But we can explain in Buddhist tradition what was happening.
Oh yes, we know.
So how it is possible that the human body remain intact after dying? This means that it's a kind of energy that remains in the body. Can we translate a little bit from Buddhist tradition in our modern understanding to have a hint of what's happening?
We don't know exactly. We just know it's a sign of the enlightenment. You know.
The sign of enlightenment.
Yes. So, but we don't know exactly. We have no words to explain.
Yes.
In our, you know, in the human worlds, human language, we don't have explain really, not enough.
I think that this kind of experience of a master who knows when the end came and to welcome the death with a smile, it is an incredible lesson for each one of us.
Oh yes.
Impermanence, dying, what's the meaning of life?
Because they prepare death the whole life. They know what is going to do, what is will happening. They know everything.
Yes.
And they have great opportunity for this. Reach enlightenment. And for ordinary people, it's really fattening, and you know, it's so difficult because we are just absolutely attached to this ego, small ego world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. So, thank you for sharing this important part of the life of your root master, which is the emanation of
Vajrapani. Yes.
Vajrapani. And you are the emanation of Bodhisattva Akasagarbha. Can you tell a few words about this?
Oh, no, really.
No, really.
I'm not sure I'm an emanation of, like those things, Tibetan tradition, they like always to connect it with another non-human being.
Yes.
They always like these things, and they have some excuses why they say these things.
Oh.
So I don't know that. I don't know that, but what I know myself is I just dedicated my life, dedicated to practice,
Yes.
to other people's happiness and well-being. That's for sure. And so that is for me is like not just promised, but for me is like nature. And for me is this big luxuries and those things doesn't make me happy at all. Like anything, even luxury of food or anything, it's nice, but just nice, but just that's not my desire. So my desire is like how many people I can benefit, how many people I change their lives. So that's if that's increase, I'm very happy. That is decrease, then some people you can't help them. They don't listen.
They don't listen.
Yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it, and they also sometimes people just wrong interpret it.
Yes.
So then that time, kind of like my happiness decrease.
Oh.
Yeah, but my happiness is for how much, dependent how much I can make other people's happy.
Happy.
So that's for sure. And especially the Kalachakra teaching is very, very rare, absolutely rare, and especially because only Jonang tradition they had this, and the other in the outside Tibet nobody knows Jonangpa, and everybody knows Kalachakra, but they don't really know Kalachakra.
Okay.
They know Kalachakra because they heard from Dalai Lama, but that's only initiation, not practice. People don't know how to practice Kalachakra, so that is my really important to introduce everybody.
Yes.
So it's everything for others, for me. That's for sure. So that means probably I inspired Bodhisattva path, Bodhisattva practice, but I'm not sure I'm an emanation of Bodhisattva Akasagarbha, but that like that don't know. I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, but for in one word, what is the essence of Bodhisattva Akasagarbha? It is compassion or what? How can you present Bodhisattva Akasagarbha to a person who doesn't not know?
Okay, Bodhisattva Akasagarbha I think is like more on the space. The space beings like the form realms and formless realms.
Yes.
More emphasis for them, and more. That doesn't mean not like human beings and desire realms not included, of course excluded, but they have like appearances like that way, and. For instance, the Vajrapani is like the power of the Buddhas, the symbol of the power, and the Avalokiteshvara is the symbol of the compassion. The Manjushri is the symbol of the wisdom. So Akasagarbha is the power of the love and unity.
The power of love and unity.
Yes.
Master Khentrul Rinpoche, it was a joy for me and for us to have here in the studio. Thank you very much, and allow me to say a big thanks also to Lucian Octavian Papuc, who met you in India and who invited you in Romania, and also to Alina Vieriu, who organized and make possible your visit here. And I want to express my gratitude that you accept that tonight in Spirit Harriet University you will conference about education and compassion. so great events in this day for us. Thank you again. Unfortunately, we have only 2 minutes from our program. So if you accept to conclude our program with a prayer. Thank you again.
I thank you for everybody that's make it happen, and I'm very, very pleased I have that opportunity, and I really appreciate. And now I do some dedication and very quickly. So for well-being of the Romania and well-being of the all sentient beings. Okay.
Thank you.
Sunandi tamshe zekwanye tomni nibi ranama pamshi kan kigai nanji rolong tukwai tabim solin rowa dorwa ko gewande kewo ganab sonama yeki tozo sonama yeki lipshon vi tambar kani tobar ko rovir dungarar machi bab dewa tamshedam jongvir ni stamba nyetan kurdat jide yen rani girji tambi khwargir ulami jabbar tanar tanzanar kiu sartan yonlak tambi vjenda ngatam jorwa jir tanba yen rani bidrahi ko Jakhora Hwau Jertaram Chimba Dan Kanda Zan Teyan Tevjan Tedare Kinji Jisa Dalava Jan Giva Anda Da Tamja Rabdar Ngo Duksama Shekhi Jarwa Tamche Ji Ngowa Kanglam Chodar Ngahwa Darjanar Givi Sawa Anda Ganjan Zon Shoshe Rabdar Ngowar Jan Da Tai Duksama Jirwai Gersa Chernida Safak Majra Semchina Tamjala Sargi Top Girer Ngor Kiwai Kanda Yantara Lama Tam Dharme Chuji Khorla Longsho Jang Sadan Lamji Yondar Abzo Dorjin Changa Kompam Nyarto Ho Ngi Tone Khame Khanta Chi Chuji Jarwo Chonavi Tamba Shedam Shebrat Jepsana Tarana Tai Tamba Shokan Barjir Kari Ravi Kurvi Jankamza Panna Deva Malim Joy Shari Zivan Tanzani Jamsoi Jepa Chanti Vardar Tanjir